Hey everyone, though Halloween is over, we're still going to come back here today with a kind of a creepy one. It's where they found a skeleton in the middle of a tree, which is really weird. It takes place in England, so you want to check that out. And it's getting a little cold, as you can see here in New England in November. But again, we're going to continue on with the creepiness, and we'll be right back.
Hey, that plant reminds me of the case we are covering today.
Yeah, today we are covering the very interesting case called the skeleton in the tree in 1943 England.
That's correct. We need to start our research.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
I'm glad they did the research because we need to know more about this one because I'd never heard about this one before. But I couldn't help it. We needed to kind of carry on the spookiness just a little bit longer. Well, we do from time to time. But anyhow, let's introduce ourselves.
Yes, it's your girl Shavak.
And I'm Ed, and this is
Studio 70.
That's right. And here we talk about a lot of true crime stuff. That was our crime investigation team, AI crime investigation team. They are AI created, and they use AI tools to bring information to us about the case in an interesting way. So before we get into it,
this is for education, entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, even though we're using AI tools. And always be kind to everyone.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of AI, it's just grabbing content. Sometimes the content is good, sometimes it's
not.
bad.
And that's what we noticed when we, working with AI.
Research, yeah. So today, who put Bella in the, after you say it is Wych Elm, but that's the skeleton that they found in the tree in England. So this is going to be a good one because I don't think too many people know about this. I know I didn't know about it until it was brought up to us.
Neither have I.
So we're going to get into it. Let's start.
Let's start.
Make sure I have everything going here. So Crime Force is going to give us the background and discovery of this skeleton. I'm ready for this. I want to hear it.
The story of the skeleton in the tree, 1943, refers to a real-life mystery involving the discovery of a human skeleton inside the hollow trunk of a wych elm tree in Hagley Wood, Worcestershire, England. This eerie case remains unsolved and has inspired numerous theories, urban legends, and even occult speculation. At the time of the murder, likely in 1941, Britain was in the middle of World War II.
Yeah.
The country was enduring blackouts, food shortages, and air raids, particularly from the German Luftwaffe. The Midlands, where the body was found, was home to major industrial centers that contributed to the war effort, making it a target for espionage. Due to wartime conditions, displaced persons and missing people were common. Many had fled bombed cities, making it harder to track individuals. Secretive movements were normal, with soldiers, spies, and refugees moving through the region. Civilians were encouraged to report anything suspicious, which plays into some theories that Bella might have been a spy. On April 18, 1943, 4 boys, Robert Hart, Thomas Willits, Bob Farmer, and Fred Payne, were trespassing in Hagley Wood, an area owned by Lord Cobham, in search of bird nests. While climbing a large wych elm, one of the boys, Bob Farmer, peered into a hollow trunk and discovered a human skull. The skull had human hair and still had some teeth intact. Frightened, the boys decided not to report their find immediately, fearing punishment for trespassing.
Yeah.
However, one of them, overcome by guilt, eventually told his parents, who alerted the authorities.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm glad he did told his parents, because imagine you see something but don't say anything.
Yeah, because they didn't want to get in trouble, but I think they realized one of them is like, okay, that was a person. That was like a human being. We better say something. So it was pretty good to give the background of that time frame, because sometimes when these cases are done like in the 1800s or early 1900s or whatever it is, it's kind of good to understand a culture, what was going on at the time.
Exactly. And also that was just the skeleton head. Where's the body?
Exactly. So let's get into the investigation.
After the 4 boys reported the discovery to the authorities, police quickly arrived at Hagley Wood, an area within the estate of Lord Cobham. they conducted a careful excavation of the Wych Elm, extracting the skeletal remains along with some clothing, a shoe, a wedding ring, and fragments of a taffeta cloth. Key initial observations. The skeleton fit perfectly inside the hollow trunk, indicating the body had been placed there soon after death before rigor mortis set in.
Whoa.
A piece of cloth was found in her throat, suggesting she had been asphyxiated rather than dying of natural causes. A severed hand was buried separately nearby, which was unusual and later sparked occult theories.
Yeah, that's weird.
The woman's clothing was of poor quality, suggesting she wasn't from a wealthy background. The crime scene was processed by forensic experts, with Professor James Webster, a pathologist, conducting the post-mortem examination. Forensic examination findings. The victim was a female, about 35 years old, 5 feet tall, with light brown hair. She had given birth at least once, based on skeletal evidence. The estimated time of death was approximately October 1941, meaning she had been in the tree for about 18 months before being discovered.
That's a long time.
The likely cause of death was asphyxiation, based on the cloth in her throat. Her teeth were distinctive, showing irregularities that could have been used to identify her, but no dental records matched. There were no signs of blunt force trauma or severe injuries, other than the severed hand. The conclusion was she had been murdered, her body hidden inside the trees shortly after death, and the killer likely knew the area well. Despite the forensic findings, investigators faced a major challenge. No missing persons reports matched the victim's description. World War II was ongoing, and many people had gone missing due to bombings, evacuations, or wartime disruptions. The public was distracted by the war, and leads were scarce. Key steps taken by police. Checking missing persons reports. Authorities combed through regional and national missing persons databases. No known women matched Bella's profile, making identification difficult. Examining the clothing and jewelry. The items found on the body were cheap and common, offering no unique identifiers. The wedding ring was standard and had no inscriptions. Dental record checks. Due to the distinctive teeth, police hoped dental records would provide a match. However, wartime records were incomplete, and no dentist came forward with a match.
There's a lot going
Interrogating
She probably
locals
never
and
went to the
witnesses.
dentist in her life.
on.
Police interviewed farmers, landowners, and workers in the Hagley area. No one recalled a woman matching her description. The severed hand and witchcraft angle. Investigators were puzzled by the missing hand, which had been buried separately. Some officers theorized this might be linked to witchcraft, particularly the Hand of Glory ritual. However, there was no concrete evidence of occult activity. And then there was the mysterious graffiti. 1943 to 1944, months after the discovery, strange graffiti appeared in the West Midlands, with the first message reading, "Who put Bella in the Wych Elm?" It was written in white chalk on a wall in Upper Dean Street, Birmingham. Variations of this message continued to appear across the region.
I don't know. That may or may not mean anything.
I don't think it does.
So what do you think of all that?
This is definitely another interesting case that I would have not think of any of that. Like the hand is very separate with the rest of the body, but they did identify that she was a woman and she was young and she also gave birth at least once. That's
And Chirac does not like unsolved cases.
exactly. I do not like unsolved cases.
Yeah, the hand thing is really weird. And here's one thought I had, like after the fact here, is that I'm assuming the hand was done at the time of the murder, or was it? Could somebody have been goofing around, found the body, took the hand, and just buried it, playing around? You know, I know it's probably more unlikely, but I'm just curious.
They take the hand. Okay.
But let's see. Theories and speculations. So maybe this will help out a little bit.
Despite efforts, police were unable to identify the woman, and no missing person reports matched her description. The case became more mysterious when strange graffiti messages began appearing in the Midlands area. Number 1. The Who Put Bella in the Wych Elm? Graffiti. In late 1943, a chilling message appeared in chalk on a wall in Birmingham: "Who put Bella in the wych elm?" Similar messages continued to appear over the years, fueling public intrigue. The name Bella was never connected to any known missing person, leading to speculation that someone knew the victim's identity. Number 2.
True. Yeah.
Spy and espionage theories. Given that the murder occurred during World War II, some theories suggest Bella was involved in espionage. One theory suggests she was a German spy who parachuted into England but was caught and unalived. Another theory claims she was involved in black market activity and was silenced by intelligence agencies. Number 3. Witchcraft and occult links. The discovery of the severed hand, combined with the location in a tree, led some to believe the case had occult connections. Some theorists linked the crime to the ancient practice of the Hand of Glory, where a severed hand was used in rituals for power and protection. And number 4. A local revenge killing. Another theory suggested she was a local woman involved in an extramarital affair, and someone, possibly a jilted lover or an enraged spouse, murdered her and hid the body in the tree. Well, despite decades of investigation, Bella has never been identified, and no one has been charged with her murder. The case remains one of Britain's most mysterious unsolved crimes, inspiring books, documentaries, and even folklore. The phrase, "Who put Bella in the wych elm?" remains a well-known unsolved mystery. The case has been explored in crime documentaries and supernatural theories. The graffiti still occasionally reappears, keeping the mystery alive.
You just do it for the heck of it. Wow, that was still pretty kind of cool. Thank you, Crime Force. We appreciate you guys. Till next time. Woohoo! Okay, let's first get reactions from Chirac here, because I'm trying to warm up.
Yeah, so this definitely, I don't think there's no correlation between Who Put Bella in the tree versus, she was in there. And then, of course, they came up with a lot of speculations. But like they said, they really wasn't really focused on this more. What time was it? During World War II, 1942. I think that was their main focus. They had a lot of energy.
There's a lot going on.
Focusing on that, and those deaths as well. And those people were gaps, and they could not be found. So how much time did they actually take on this case is my question, number one. And number two, if she had a wedding band on, where's her husband? And they said she gave birth to a child. Where's that child? So nobody even came forth to say that she was missing. So that's another.
Yeah, the child. Yeah, we don't know, right? So let me explain a little bit more the historical part of England at that time. Later in the war, I think it ended in 45, but before then, they were getting bombed with I'd say these basically these rockets that they would just send from Germany over into England, and they were getting bombed regularly too. There's a lot going on. So, it wasn't unheard of that, maybe the man or the father could have got killed in action. The child could have got killed in the bombings. We just don't know. But obviously people are getting used to trying to find people, because obviously during wartime, people go missing. So you already have people actively investigating. So that's, I guess, a pro, meaning you have people in the act of getting used to finding people. But on the flip side, finding people that are in wartime and all this other stuff, you're distracted. There's other priorities and other things going on. So, but afterwards, not to have anything connected either. You only have so much resources, and England was in a spot of survival. They entered the war before the United States. They were by themselves. We were sending stuff over there, like everything we had to kind of support. We came in later after, only because of the Japan bombing Pearl Harbor. So they were just really, we can't fathom the shape that they were in. So, but it's just interesting over the years, cold cases and different things, they were able to find anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But thank you guys for joining us. Come on back next week. We got a lot more. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. So we really would appreciate you guys coming back and seeing us. That's much more things. Yeah, subscribe, be a member. even like the show, if you like it, that'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate it. And until next time,
Studio 7
we'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
watching.